front right, 201.
Hello and welcome to the Diet Dr. Pepper Series Xfinity Edition. We are here at Indy this week. We're at the old rectangle, the brickyard, whatever you want to call it. We are here for what should be another fun event in this series. I am getting ready to get to qualifying here. I'm going to take a look at the very much increased track temperature. I am certainly going to keep that in mind as I head into these corners here, because how much grip you've got and how much you can push it while keeping nice and tight down to the bottom is pretty much everything, I feel like, with the lap times here. Trying to set a good lap. Want to make sure you can go right around the bottom lane and be smooth and keep all the momentum as you head into these extremely long straightaways. So excited to do some racing here today. I haven't really had the chance yet this week to do much racing, so I'm really excited to get some in now, as we will hopefully get ourselves a nice run to the line. It certainly is pretty slippery out here. We're gonna do... okay, no we're not. We're not going to be able to get to our optimal, and I think it would be foolish to try with the track temp the way it is. But we're going to focus on not doing that. You know, I can say things. I can say things all I want, but I actually have to do them. Man, that track temp is much hotter. Okay, well, now we just gotta make sure we get a lap in, so we can have a reasonable starting position. Man, I thought I went pretty easy in there. I used a little bit of brake. It felt like I could get on the throttle where I did.
The leader's just done a 53.
But unfortunately, not enough grip in the track to keep me from getting that outside wall, so I'm gonna back up the entry like I did there, but now I gotta be a little more careful on the throttle as well. This could get tricky. 53.9 is the current top time. The track has certainly slowed down quite a bit. As we were in the 2s, 3s, 4s, 5s in the practice beforehand, before things heated up.
One more lap.
So we are gonna try to not mess this up. Probably underdriving it there, but I just gotta make sure I get a lap in at this point. I'm gonna do a big lift off into 3. I know you can take it a little bit harder than 1, but at these track temps, we'll see about that. Alright, is what it is. We'll see what we got here. We're losing a ton as we head down the straightaway, but at least it'll be a lap. 860. Ooh, okay. Taking it easy was the play. I knew that track temp was going to get things slick, but it will, being able to not overstep it, get down to that bottom line like I was talking about, looks like it paid off for us. So thankfully, after messing up that first lap, able to reset and get things back on track. And we'll see if that sticks. There could still be other guys out there, but we probably were one of the last guys to put a lap in since I had to get out of the car. I'm going to do a practice pit in this time now. This pit in is almost too easy, because you try to attack it as hard as you can because it's so straightforward. But that can sometimes lead you to an entry penalty, so gotta watch out for it. I think that should be good right there, what we were able to do.
Left, 198.
So, alright.
Right front,
Took a look at that track temp.
292.
It's actually
Left rear,
lowered by
2,
5 degrees.
60.
Holy cow, maybe that's the only
Right
reason
rear,
we got the
209.
lap we did. Because wasn't it 115 a second ago? That's interesting. Maybe some cloud cover, that partly cloudy. Maybe cooled the
That's
track a
end
little
session.
bit.
Pole position. Well
Maybe
done,
that's the
mate.
only reason I got it. But however we did it, I'll take it. Make sure everything's looking good here. Got my brake bias back to 57. Obviously going to be using that a whole lot more. Going real quiet. So we get ready to start this thing. About 35 laps of fuel. Indy's one of those interesting tracks where the lap times take so long, you could potentially pit and get going again and
Keep it clean. The DNF today
not go a lap down. So you can end up with some interesting things happening, especially if you get the yellow during the pit cycle. But you know this series, if you've seen any of the races, yellows are not guaranteed by any means. So I think we're probably going to try to pit right around 30.
5 cars left.
And if we get a caution during it, hopefully we'll be okay and still be on the lead lap, assuming we're not way far behind, which we could be. I have a tendency of killing my tires, so we'll see if we can actually do that or not, but just plan to pit right about halfway, the theoretically best way. I might have to adjust what I do based on what I see other people doing as well, because, you know, if I'm having trouble passing somebody, I'm stuck behind them or something, maybe we head into the pits.
Still waiting on 2
Maybe I try to go with a group to get that draft. 124 track temp. Whew. That's realistic, though. It's really hot out there. In real life as well. I'm here in Missouri. We got 100-degree weather. I know it's real hot in Indianapolis as well. They were dealing with that and talking about that
Our target is to finish around P2.
in the real races. Thankfully, we don't have to worry about wearing cool suits or anything in the comfort of our own homes, but it's still going to affect the way the car grips or doesn't grip onto the track surface, so
Row in the inside column. The pace car
let's see
speed
here.
is 43 miles per hour.
What kind of approach am I going to do?
Catch the pace car.
Looks like a second gear start, maybe. Oh no, Nicholas. Awful timing for internet issues. That sucks. You hate to see that.
Good luck, everybody.
I know I look forward to these races all week long, and so for something like that to happen, that's such a huge bummer. Hopefully he's able to get back in and maybe find a way to get back into it. Or at the very least get some racing in. That sucks. Right off the grid we got someone with engine issues. Maybe that hot weather I was just talking about. Hard on the equipment. You leave your computer out in the sun too long, maybe the internet goes out. Looks like we'll just do a second gear start. I'm not feeling any tire spin, anything like that, so we'll probably go right at the start of the restart zone. I don't really necessarily feel like we need to get a huge jump because draft is always going to pull them back to us. And I don't really want to be going too fast into turn 1, having to guess how much grip we're going to have. You get kind of weird situations where you're not up to speed yet, but you don't know how hard you can attack the corner.
Going green.
We'll just we'll wait a little bit before we launch. Make sure we're at 70 though.
Okay,
The
Colton,
pace
here
car
we
is
go.
in.
Where's the restart zone? Is that it? The orange? Must be.
Green, let's go, let's go.
Got a good jump on Nathan there. Caught him off guard a little bit. Maybe he thought I was going on green. Definitely slick. I can already feel it. Even through just turn one there. We're just going to try not to slide the tires. They're going to want to. But we're going to try not to slide them. JP looking like he's able to move up to P2 right there.
Good start, mate. Nice one.
Yeah, I think that we might have to worry about those rear tires more than anything. Worry about getting our grip out of the corner. I know the default setups really trend tight a lot of the time, but here at Indy, when you're trying to get through these real high-speed corners, might be important just to ease into it. But we got a lap lead right there. It's been a struggle to get those extra 5 bonus points as of late, so feels good to get it done early. Do my best, and maybe we'll find a way to get most laps led, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. If it happens, it happens. I'm going to worry about just running the best race I can here. Worry about being smooth. I did not put session last lap up. There we go. That's going to be important. As is backing up turn 1. I don't know what it is about turns 1 and 2 that really lack the grip here today. Maybe the wind. I know we had a pretty brisk wind, about 17, 18 miles an hour. Maybe that's making it hard to get the car turning in 1 and 2, but definitely a lot less grip through 1 and 2 than 3 and 4. I've noticed, so that's something interesting. Car stable. Trying not to get sliding through the corner. And if they start passing me, I think I'm going to let it happen, not fight it too hard, because, one, you can't really do too much about it here at Indy.
It will end on lap 31.
You can kind of get a little bit of grip in that second lane, surprisingly, especially later in the race, when the track temp is much cooler in the middle lane compared to the bottom, but still you definitely want to be on the bottom side. So if I end up getting past, I'm going to just let them go around, and then I'll have that draft that can keep me up with them without trying too hard, so don't have to worry too much about it. Trying to keep it smooth, though. So far, so good. I think I'm doing okay. Overdrove it a little bit there. Wonder how much dirty air is going to be a problem for the guys behind us. Not as big of a deal in these cars as, say, the ARCA car, for example. But I'm sure it'll do something if you're right behind somebody. Make sure we back up turn 1 this time. Because not only do I think it's faster to make sure I'm closer to the bottom, not overdriving it, but it'll be better on the right front as well. So multiple reasons to want to do that. You can see compared to last lap, pushing out of turn 1 there lost us some time. We're going to try to be disciplined, not overdo it. It's looking like track position might be very important. I haven't seen too much passing behind us. But it is still very early, of course. They're keeping up with us without too much issue right now. 3/10 back to JP. Nathan right behind him, real close.
You've just done a 55.18.
You could feel the grip going away, but not terribly. I think it's just normal rates right now. JP, Nathan, Wesley, the three guys behind us that I can see on the relative. JP gains quite a bit into turn 1 on us, which makes me a little bit nervous, but I'm hoping entering easier into 1 might be good for us long term. Guess we'll find out eventually. Car still feels pretty good. Is that smoke up there, or is that a reflection of a cloud? That's a reflection of a cloud, I think. Okay, we're good then.
Your lap time was 55.57.
Make sure I don't push too hard and end up in the wall. Bit of a freight train right now, but that is a-okay with me because I am leading that train. Why did it get tied out of 4 that time? That was a new experience. Alright, noted.
That lap time was 56.00.
Felt like I had a terrible 4, but didn't seem like JP gained on me too much. So, hopefully it wasn't as bad as I thought. Continue backing things down, though. Stay out in front of the handling changes, rather than having to react to them after having a terrible corner, for example. Gonna lift fully in 4 here. Should gain quite a bit on last lap as a result. You can see how big of a difference that makes. So we can't make too many of those errors. Yep, definitely going away. Like we gained a little bit on JP there, maybe. That's my angle a little bit. Had to get on the brakes a little bit more, make sure I got to the right racing line. Whew, through 11 here. Still just gonna pit on lap 30, I guess. Get close, but do not touch that wall. We found the limit in qualifying on that first attempt, so we know not to cross that line, I guess. Gotta find the edge before you can walk it. Backing it down quite a bit here now. I think it's working for us. Nathan, though, gets by JP. Nathan has shown he is much better than me, not at me. Don't at me. Better than me at saving tires, I feel like, in the past, so I would not be surprised if he comes up here and kicks my butt in half. We'll see if we can't give him that stinky, dirty air and see if, I don't know, we can hold him off for a little bit. Deploy the oil slick, because I'm sure the track's not slick enough at 115 degrees. I think if we just make sure we hit our marks, don't do anything too dumb, should be able to prevent him from gaining on us too much, but I say that and he's getting closer.
That lap was a 56.35.
It's that turn one, man, that really makes a huge difference. Really difficult to find exactly how hard to enter that corner and get it to grip up. Actually finding myself wishing I were a little looser. Car's feeling a little bit tight. Almost kind of wondering if maybe I could push a little bit more on some of these exits, but I feel like I get myself in that trap a lot of the time and end up hurting my right front thinking I'm getting the car yawed out enough. And in reality, that is not what is happening to my race car. Breathing down my neck. Gotta focus on what I'm doing and not look at that mirror. Easier said than done, but that's the job at the moment. Like I said, it might be kind of tough for him to get to us, though, if we just hit our marks.
That lap was a 56.53.
He is basically here. Alright, gained a little bit back there. He got real close to being able to stick his nose down there, though, which is what I gotta try to stop him from doing. Alright, alright. Feel like I had a good 1 and 2 right there. Almost feels like it's coming back to me a little bit. Started off the run being really good to that right rear. Started pushing a little bit more on these exits. Kind of balance it out. Just a tiny, tiny bit, but...
Alright, Colton, that's good consistency. Keep it up.
Consistent laps, what I'm looking for here. Getting a little bit of distance back on him, which is awesome. That could be that dirty air helping us out, because any amount of dirty air is going to make his car tighter, and if that's what we're dealing with out here,
That's half fuel.
that's giving me an
Used half your
advantage.
fuel.
Or he's cooling his tires off to make another run at me. And knows that he can get back to me with the draft. Also a distinct possibility. Alright, get a good run out of 2. Getting runs out of 2 and 4 is so huge here. Having to lift because you get tight near that wall loses you so much time. Through 19 here, about 11 laps away from when I'm going to start considering pitting. Underdrove 2 a little bit there. That's getting Nathan a little bit closer to us. It's really less than a 10th difference making these small adjustments to when you're getting on throttle and all that stuff, but when you're against people that are that good, it's every little bit that counts. It's like in the real world NASCAR. Those little bit of tenths you get gained on pit road can be what gets you a championship, for example.
You've just done a 56.75.
I remember to breathe. I'm getting lightheaded a little bit. Get so focused you forget you gotta do this thing called breathing. Gotta get oxygen to your cells or something like that. I don't know much about it. It's just what you need to be alive or whatever. Okay, maintaining that gap behind us. Feeling pretty good about that. We're clean and green so far, by the way. Not too surprising there, but always just so much fun to be able to get long runs like we do here. Feel pretty good about that 1 and 2. Do we go a little bit longer? Because it doesn't feel like the tires are falling off much further from where they are right now. Plateauing, as they tend to do.
Thanks, Shad.
Yeah, I destroyed my tires. Probably best for you to go.
Car's still feeling pretty good, though. I'm pretty happy with how I've been able to save my tires. I thought it was getting a little bit tight there for a while. I was worried that maybe I underdrove a little bit. Ooh,
56.
careful on entry there.
Good consistency. Keep them coming.
Underdrove it a little bit there and didn't get it on the right rear enough. But I think as the run has gone on, I think that's balanced out pretty well, and I'm feeling pretty good. We got 3.5 seconds back to third, so at the very least, even if we can't hold Nathan off, as much as I would really like to do that, he's winning too much. Much as I would love to do that, at least we got a second place still there waiting for us that we could probably hold on to for a while. I know, Rich coming for me, 3 wins on the season, but... And he's winning the Gen 4s, he's winning the Xfinity. He's kicking some butt. Like to be able to bring the fight to him, make him work for it at least, right? Not the best 1 and 2 right there. Okay. I might just react to what he does behind us. Because when he pits, I could definitely see him trying to do an undercut. And trying to get the track position on me. Because that could be the big difference for us here. Having that track position and being able to throw that dirty air back behind you. I could see him coming into pit, trying to get that track position.
Next car is 1 lap behind.
And so we might want to react to that if we see it. But how? How do we do that? Because I think even 1 lap could be tough. 1 lap undercut on us. Tough to defend. Not a very good 1 and 2 there, unfortunately. Because I think even 1 lap on those fresher tires could be enough for him to get around me. So would I want to go long in that case and make sure I have fresher tires to get by him later, potentially? To offset his track position? That's a tough call. Because there's no way I'm going to be able to just read his mind, and, like, if he were thinking about going in that lap or something, he's going to go in behind me, and I know he's going to keep it a secret with that gap he's got. Back to third. I need to have a better lap this time. Last time I lost about 2/10 on my last lap, and that was not ideal. Get some good smooth corners again. Alright, that was a little bit better. Still about 2/10 behind us.
You've just done a 57.01.
Wesley? What happened to Wesley? Wasn't he just right back there? Could have swore he was just in third or something.
41 fitting.
I know he left an earlier race in the season because he's like, I know you guys are racing for points. I didn't want to get in the way, but hope he doesn't feel like he has to do that. If maybe that's what happened. Maybe he had an accident though, or maybe he tried to pit and got a penalty and decided, well, that's my day. That's unfortunate. I know he started off the race pretty darn well. I'm thinking about that too much and not thinking about my corners, and that has brought Nathan right back to my bumper again. Gotta stay locked in.
That was 57.21. Alright, Colton. Lap times
Do
for
I
consistent.
undercut it to make sure I stay out here? That's a question. Do I really want to give this guy better tires than me, though, when he's right on my rear end with equal? After he had to pass some people? I don't know if there's any great, perfect answer to any of these questions I'm asking. Got lap traffic coming up. Greg up there. I'm sure he'll give us the bottom without much issue. We could end up catching him in a bad spot, though. That's always possible here. Catching someone on exit or something. That's always not great.
From position 11. We think he'll come out a little way behind you.
Not much they can do about that if that happens. This car is struggling. We coming in pit right now. At a glance, see if that was him or not. Pitting in.
Should be coming out into clear air. When we exit the pits, we should be in position.
We're coming in this lap, I think. Because we're at right at halfway. He's right on our bumper. Don't want him to undercut us. There's like plenty of good reason.
57.26.
Want to come in here.
Stoker, he's entering the pits. He's in P10. He should be a little
I
bit
had to lift a
behind
little
when he
bit.
comes out.
Not good. I'm going to call out the pit here after turn 3.
The car in front of us is a lap behind.
Pitting in here, pitting in.
Outside.
It goes a bit longer.
Clear high.
Look out for the pit speed
Alright,
limit.
could have been a little bit harder in, but that's
55
fine.
miles per hour.
Gotta make sure we
Okay,
execute
we're through to
here.
the end. On exit, we should be in position 25.
Execute the pit stop, not my race chances.
Shane is pitting from
There's a big
position
difference there.
6. We think he'll come out just in front.
Put my race chances in the electric chair.
Halfway in the
If I
race.
speed or something here.
Pit box in 10.
Fast pit speed, so I gotta get it slowed down.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
Yes, okay. 46.66. Gross.
Front right, 44%.
But I felt like we
Front
did
left,
what we needed to do.
85%.
Will this pit stop be good enough?
Okay, go. Be mindful, you only have one set of tires remaining.
Car in front is Fournier, car number 72, and their rating is 2.3.
Will this be good enough? Stay in front of them. You see, we will be much faster.
Keeley,
The car in front
ahead
is
pitting.
pitting.
Gap to Maximus.
How long is he
Behind
gonna
now.
stay out, though?
7
I know long run has worked pretty well in the Xfinity car. But with the safety net that this place provides, by being such a large track that you don't get put a lap down, I like going right at the mathematically ideal time, right halfway. He'll get a lap ahead. I know he probably enjoys that.
Car in front is
I talk about points like it matters too much, but I know we have the playoff system. But still, we're just trying to get everything we got. Give it everything we've got. Maximize our day, that's always the goal.
The car in front is pitting.
More and more people coming down to pit. Just past halfway. Nathan, not one of them yet. We gotta make sure we don't overdrive.
The car behind is pitting. You're in the top 10.
That's something else I've done
54.63.
a little bit too much of this season, and that's overdrive when exiting the pits, killing my final set of tires unnecessarily. Let's keep it smooth just like we did the first half of the race. In fact, maybe back it down a little bit more. Just because I know the track's going to be even hotter with all the cars having run over it. Less and less grip. More and more that the tires are going to be wanting to try to give. On our own, I was kind of hoping we could somehow find ourselves some somebody to draft off of, get some free straightaway speed or something, but not quite so lucky.
The driver in front of us is Wallace, car number 20, and their rating is 3.7.
Be very, very interesting to see how this cycles out. Got 5.3 back to Damon. He is on the same pit strategy. He pit on the same lap. I think we gained some time on him because I think
The car in front is pitting.
he was about 4 seconds back. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Can't remember who was back there. I know Wesley was one of them at one point, but he's no longer in the race. Nathan's pitting in, so he's now pitting in after going a little bit longer. It definitely worked for him earlier in the season. Where was it? Where was it where he went super long and it nearly won him the race just like that? I don't remember. I can't think of it right now. I gotta focus, but I know these long runs have really worked. But I'm thinking we might be able to get out of his draft, or vice versa. We can get him out of our draft. And maybe that'll be something that he will no longer benefit from for a while. I'm sure he'll catch back up, but then having used his tires a little bit to do so, and we'll have to contend with that dirty air once he gets there, so we'll see. Just all theory at this point. Nathan, 32.51. I didn't post it in the chat.
You're in 4th position.
Got too much running through my mind right now. Oh, we are well ahead of him now. But he has fresher tires for sure. A little bit of draft coming up maybe. Make sure we, well, hope we can't make sure of anything, but really hope that we can catch him at a good time. Draft, alright. You'll see we'll gain probably about quarter of a... Oh! Don't like that. Don't like that. Okay, there he is.
The car behind is pitting.
Okay. Not really what I want to see.
Car ahead is 1 lap
Don't know where he is. Not great timing for that, but we are just gonna hold a line. It looks like he's a 10th behind us now, or a second behind us, so we're okay. Definitely gonna be watching that relative, see if anybody can catch us. Just want to reiterate, I was going to say this before I had a panic attack with the lap car, Joseph there, not his fault obviously, the internet doing that. I was going to say, just want to reiterate how much fun this is. Love this league. I really appreciate Gavin for hosting it.
That was a 55.
It's just awesome to be able to go in here knowing that you have a pretty darn good chance of long runs and maybe even a fully caution-free race. You know guys are going to race with respect. It's just the coolest, man. Green flag pit stops are some of my favorite things in iRacing. And to have this league series where you're like, yeah, you better practice them because you might need to use it. That's pretty cool. Always look forward to these. And we've got a little bit of cloud cover now, which could benefit us and our slightly older tires compared to Nathan back there. We could find ourselves maintaining a decent bit of speed still if the track cools down. I'll be keeping a close eye on my relative to see when and if Nathan shows up down there. I feel like it's probably more of a when than an if. But I saw Damon and Shane back there. You know that they are gonna
New fastest lap for Scott.
not want to give it up.
3-2.
I hear Nathan just got the fastest lap, I think. That's A-okay with me if he's pushing hard. And I'm hoping those tires even out by the time he gets to us. If he gets to us. Damon back 5.78. Ooh, he might have had a bad corner. Looks like he's losing a couple tenths. I was going to say it was looking pretty steady, that gap, but I think he might have had a bad corner or something because he lost a couple tenths. He's got the same tires as us. Shane's still in third. I see him on the relative now. He's 7.8 back. That's a long way for Nathan to have to make up if he's still going to be on his way. But I'm not counting him out yet. As I referenced before, that earlier race we had this season, it looked like there's no way he was going to be able to find his way back forward with how much later he pit, and he sure proved us wrong there. Really liking this cloud cover, though. Keeping those speeds up. We'll be coming to 19 to go at the line. So we got 19 and a half laps left right now as I'm speaking. Feeling like this could definitely go green all the way to the end. Don't want to jinx it or anything, but I feel like at this point people are probably pretty
The gap behind is now
spread out.
6.0 seconds.
So it feels like could definitely be green to the end.
Your lap time was at 55.76. Lap times are pretty consistent.
Get those left sides as low as we can down to the bottom. Get some of that, hopefully, cooler track. If we're daring enough to reach down there for it. There's Nathan. He's on the relative 8 seconds back. So he's got a long way to go, but he's already on the back of Shane. See how long that pass takes to make. Hold him up for me, Shane, please. Car's still feeling good. Obviously the pace is going down for me as the tires get older, but I don't feel like it's too crazy tight or anything. Nathan gets by Shane. I'm sure when there's such a tire difference there, there's probably not much anybody can do about it, even if they wanted to be rude. And I don't think anyone in here is going to be blocking or anything crazy like that, so. Man, he is gaining quick back there. I know these tires plateau though eventually. That's what I'm going to need them to do. Maybe Damon can hold them off a little bit longer. I'm going to look at that gap here with 17 to go. 6.9 right now to him.
Your lap time was 55.79.
Oh boy, I think he's gaining quick. Already partway through this lap. We'll get a little bit of draft here though for a second. Coming up on Greg. Assuming he doesn't phase out of existence like the last lap car we found. Nathan back. He gained about 8/10. That's a little bit too much for my comfort.
Now go ahead, Tyler.
I'm gonna need him to calm down a little bit. Overdrove one a little bit right there, worrying too much about my gap and not about my racing lane. Stay in the draft here. Kind of just hoping that in order for Nathan to run those laps, he's running a little bit harder. Burning his stuff up a little bit.
Go ahead, Cole.
Going around his outside.
Car inside.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
The next car is one lap behind. Gap to Scott behind is now
All good.
5.5.
I think that spotter call means that he is now in second place. He is, and he's only 5 seconds back. Oh boy. We are in Nervousville. Yeah, no kidding. Damon in the chat, run, Cole, run. That's the plan. Get my Flintstone feet out of the bottom of the car and start sprinting. I've got to count on that gap not being cut as quickly as it is right now. I've got to count on his lap times to start slowing down. Otherwise, there's no chance for me. But I think they gotta. He's got 5 lap fresher tires, which is big, but not crazy big. I guess at a huge track like this, maybe that is a little more significant. Gotta remember this is a very large racetrack too. $13 to go. He is 4.3 back at the line. Not a great 1 and 2.
The gap to
Barrett, I'll let
P2
you have it.
behind is now 4.1 seconds.
Nathan now catching up to Greg as well.
Thank you.
Sure, he'll let him by just as easy.
Appreciate that.
No problem.
Ooh, had a little bit of loose moment there. Hold it together now. We got 12 to go.
That lap was a 56.39.
I do think he's gaining less than he was before, but he's still gaining, for sure. Check again, see how fast he's gaining now as we come to 11 to go. At the line, he is 3.1.
The gap's now 3.2 seconds. That lap was a 56.
Real life, this is where a crew chief would come in and do all this math for me, so I didn't have to think about that, but flying solo here, gotta pay attention to that stuff myself. Not a good 1 and 2 again. Getting tight. He's still gaining too much, man. That's making me nervous. Gotta remember, it's all about that racing line. Don't overdrive it, that just makes you slower. So it was 3.1 last lap. Ugh, he's like half a second close to this lap already. I have to hope that when he gets closer, some dirty air might slow him down as well. Part of the reason I pit when I did, to make sure I could keep track position. I almost kind of wonder if there's any part of the track where running a lane up would be faster, kind of like at a 2 or 4 maybe. I don't want to experiment with that though. Not right now. We don't need to do anything crazy here. We're just defending.
The gap to Scott behind is now 2.3 seconds.
Been a pretty darn good race though. Definitely have had a lot to think about. Coming up here on Rick. Maybe just within his draft here. I will take all that I can get.
Sorry, Tyler. I was trying to let you go.
Could have carried more speed through 3 and 4. Really liking this draft. It's giving me just a hint more speed on these straightaways.
You keep telling me Troy.
Never know if that could be the difference.
Like it's literally the same
Okay,
name as
Colton,
me.
that's good
And he's
consistency. Keep it up.
saying my name's fine. I don't know why he's having a hard time with the other check. I must be missing an update or something.
Not sure what's going on back there, but I don't want them to wreck, that's for sure. Love to finish this thing out.
The gap behind is now 1.60.
I'll let you get by me here on the straight here, Colton.
Sure that we are offset from him. He's letting us go, I think. There we go.
You
just
Clear inside.
56. I'm 6-2.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Make sure we are thankful. What's that gap? Oh my gosh, he's almost within 1 second.
The car in front of us is now 1 lap behind.
If we can push through 3 and more, 4 more than I have been, maybe we can get some time back doing that. See Nathan getting around Rick back there now. Oh, almost overdid it.
By 1-6.
Oh, he's only 1 second back there. We're going to have to start breaking the draft. I know within about 1 second you can start sniffing a little bit of draft, so we're going to try to get rid of that.
5 to go. We're in a podium position.
Very nearly got too tight and got into the wall there. Can't do that. He's with its 0.8. Whew. That gas pedal. 1-4 to go. It's not fair. Some guys just don't make mistakes. Why can't I just have a little bit of a breather? Like, make a little mistake or something. Give me a chance. He's killing me in 1 and 2.
P2 behind is
I can
now
tell you that.
0.57.
He gains like 2/10 every time. Alright, half a second back. Come on, Dirty Air, help me out here.
That's good consistency. Keep it up.
AP's coming out on fresh tires. Oh boy, I'm not sure what happened there, but that might be interesting having to let him by whatever he's got going on. Okay, he should be able to get by without much issue.
Inside.
Yeah, he can give us some draft.
There's a car on the low side. Still there. 2 left to go. 2 to go.
Stay
Clear.
focused. We can win this.
The Dirty Air is what it gave me. Little bit of cloud cover though. as well. And he's already too far away for us to even get his draft. We're coming to the white flag and he's here.
Next car is a lap behind.
Real nice work. This is the white flag lap.
Deep breaths, hit your marks.
One more lap. Keep it together. We'll win this. Car ahead is one lap behind.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Alright, good 1 and 2. That's what I needed. Not over yet.
About 5 laps of fuel.
Yeah.
Good win. JT having passed me screwed me a little.
Whew. I don't know if I've ever had a 30 lap long panic attack before, but I think that was it. Great race, man. Felt like I had to be perfect. Wow, that was crazy. Oh, my hands hurt. Yeah, I'm not kidding.
Dang it, Gavin, I needed more laps.
Whew. Felt like I had to be absolutely perfect to pull that off. He was killing
I
it.
was pushing way too hard and just destroyed my tires. You would have caught me if we had 5 more laps. But
Think,
good race,
you know,
good win again. That was fun. Really tough 60 laps of all green there.
yeah, 60 laps all green. That was awesome. Whew. Out of breath. We'll do a little bit of celebrating. Or maybe just,
And the chat finished together. Ignore what we're at.
park by the bricks. I don't think they let him kiss the bricks in the Xfinity series, though. Not on camera or whatever. I think I was hearing about that. That's for the elite, but you know what? We can pretend, I guess. How am I supposed to do a burnout here? It's so narrow.
Okay, the race is over. Bring it on in.
Hey, we did it! Good to be back. I wasn't sure if I had it anymore. Nathan came into the series and started kicking all of our butts. I was kind of wondering if I would win again, to be honest with you. But we get it done here at Indy. Awesome place to win a race, even if it's in the virtual world. Nathan's car to post race. Yeah, no kidding, man. He was fast. You almost wonder if he gets a better jump at the start, is able to keep that P2. You never know what could happen, man. I feel like everything had to be just right for us to be able to hold on to that. And thankfully we were. I guess our tires aren't going to be very accurate here after doing some burnouts, but weak burnouts, I'm terrible at them, but yeah, fall off was like 2.53 seconds. Crazy. It was pretty big. It felt like it plateaued after a while, but it took a while. It took almost the full 30 laps before it started evening out a little bit. I think he probably gets me in 1 or 2 more laps. It's pretty wild. But we are able to hold on to it. Great race to him. Great race for everybody because we got it all green. You see that launch? We got a really good launch. And Nathan was not able to keep in front of JP, which might have been just a big task anyway, being that he had to start P2. But, you know, it makes you wonder if he didn't have to worry about getting past JP early on. He's on my bumper early. Maybe he gets around me and he's the one with the track position, you know? So many different ways it could have gone. But we'll look at the incidents now. Lap 5 looks like Greg out of that groove down there, and really hard to get the car to turn when you get it out of that bottom lane. I don't think we're going to see too many. I mean, we might get some wall hits, and that's probably about it. Matt gets the wall. I think I remember he left early, so I wonder if he had some damage there. Really left him hurting. Chad gets some wall there. Big jump to lap 15. I think it's going to be mostly wall. You might not get a car-on-car contact this whole race. Ooh, James. He's got the Xfinity wiggles, and then that really sets him up poorly for 4. That's a rough set of corners. Wesley left a little early. Did something happen to him here that made him do it? No, don't see anything right there. These must be tire readings, I guess, on the right fronts. I think I had my right front in the 40s. I think it was like 40-something, 60-something on that first stop for my tires. There's Nathan. JP back there, top 5. Really loves showing in for some reason. I just noticed that that's a really cool Nintendo car. Look at that, Nintendo 64. That's awesome. That's a cool car. Alright, gonna skip ahead a little bit because it looks like all we're getting right now are tire readings. There's mine. I get my own fair share of tire readings. Surprised I wasn't the first one to show up like usual. Gonna be getting close to pit stops here. I think a couple of guys might have already pit at this point. Lap 29 now. Here's Connor coming out of the pits. He's had some really great runs in his first couple of races with us. He's new to iRacing in general. I think he's raced some real life stuff. I saw on his YouTube channel he had some old recordings of races, so that's really awesome. He's raced pretty well the first couple of races with us. He's just exiting pit road there. Is it going to show everybody exiting pit road? Well, it's definitely going to show it if Alex is going to clip some grass. I feel like I probably clipped some grass too, to be honest. I got pretty close there, trying to maximize my pit exit. Moving right along. Damon's pit stop. I think he got P3, didn't he? Yes, P3. So he had a really great run. Here were your finishing results, by the way. I guess I haven't really shown them too much yet. Nick does it again. I don't know how he does it, but he's always got like a 20-something in the left column and then a single digit on the right column. Without fail. He always finds a way. Always really fun to watch, too. I love watching how he does it in his videos. So, keeping on moving. Try to get through these pit stops. I don't think we're going to see anything, though, I'm telling you. I think everybody had a pretty darn good race. No cautions. Remember, there might have been some commotion closer to the end. There's Gavin after his pit stop, I think, unless he was staying out long. More pit stops here. People going about 5 laps longer. No, Gavin had not pit yet. He might have been trying... Ooh. Did he get it down to 55? I think he did. He kind of touched that inside wall, but I think yeah, he's down to 55, so he's good. Hopefully that didn't damage him too bad. Nathan and his pit stop. Looking like he had a pretty clean one as well. That's what I was talking about when I was leaving the pits, like trying to get as good an exit as possible. You know, we only won by 1/10, so you gain a 10th on pit exit. Maybe that's the difference. There's Tyler. He's giving his tire readings right there. I wish I remembered what my tires were in the first run, or else I would share. And my second run tire readings are kind of invalid because I did some burnouts, so I'm not really any use there. Otherwise I would share that information. Barrett coming into the pits. Did he lead a lap? We'll find out if he led a lap there, because it's showing P2 right here. Wonder if he stayed out long enough to get those bonus points. He's been having a great season. Snatching up some bonus points when he can and getting some very solid finishes. He gets another top 10 right there. We'll see how all the points ended up when we check out the leaderboard here in a minute. Ooh, Greg gets all pretty good right there. But we should have the most laps led and a lap led, obviously. Naturally, if you get the most laps led. I think Nathan got us on the fastest lap, though. I think I heard my crew chief tell me he got the fastest lap after he pit. There's JP. I'm not sure why he came into pit so late. Did he get damaged somehow? He was in P6, and then obviously pitting that late, no good. When did he pit? Did he pit too early? No. That's an odd one. I'm not sure what happened there. Did he had to have gotten some damage or something. No? No clue. You know what? I wonder. He was doing a Hail Mary because you don't go a lap down if you pit. Maybe he was throwing a Hail Mary in case a caution came out and then he wouldn't have to pit. It's the only thing I can think of other than something happened where he got damaged or had to pit for some reason. He's using the whole track right there. You can go all the way out to that white line, but no further than that. He cools those right side tires off a little bit. And I think that's it. Rick gonna go do the Indy road course now. I think backwards. I think that's backwards on the Indy road course right there. But yeah, that would be after the race. So as I figured, there really wasn't any car-on-car contact. And we will get the win. Doing my pitiful little burnouts. One day I'll learn how to do good ones, I guess. But we'll take a look at the race results page now. Coming right up for you. There it is. 2950 strength of field here at Indy. Indeed, Nathan did get a 2/10 faster best lap. So we had a 5:13. So he actually gets... does he tie us on total points? Because I thought it was lap led. Oh, because he got lap led and fastest lap. We got lap led and most laps led. That's how that works, right? But then wouldn't we have... I don't know. My brain's tired. I did a lot of focusing there. Take it easy on me here. But here are your complete results. JP with that late pit suffers a little bit there. Connor, Barrett, Gavin, all top 10s. Alex, Nick, Leighton, Shane Damon, Nathan, myself. That's all your top 10 right there. And so we'll go ahead and look at the championship points then. Where are we? Right here. There we are, top of the board with our 4th win of the season. And see here, all the winners. Here with the added 2,000 points. Earning our way into that first and only round of the playoffs before the championship race. So everybody locked in right there. Gavin with another solid finish in this one. Where did he finish again? He finished P8, so he got a solid top 10 in this one. Navigate back to that. There we go. Got another solid top 10. So he's currently in a good spot to make it to the playoffs. I think you got 10 cars making it. So you got Shane, Olayton, Barrett, and Dan there through your top 10. So other guys like JP gonna have to win to get into the playoffs. That makes me think even more that maybe he was throwing that Hail Mary, because if he feels like he needs to win to get in, that was his chance right there. I feel like that's pretty smart if that's what he was going for, and because it's not gonna do him too good if he gets a P5, I guess, since he missed some races, I think. So interesting stuff. But that will do it for this one at Indy. We can look forward to next week's race. I guess we'll go ahead and figure out what that is right now. Next B Series and Gen 4 both will be at Iowa, so that should definitely be an interesting one. I hope to see you there, and I thank you for joining me on this one. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you next time. Have a good one.